Well, we are on our 27th lesson, and right now I'm actually in Virginia at a Walmart trying to get new tires for the camper because we stopped to take a break at a beautiful place. We didn't even know it was beautiful until we stopped, and then my husband found out that the tire was coming apart. So it was a blessing. So we put on the spare, and then we realized that the spare tire is falling apart too. So now we finally found a place, and the man is very nice. He said he's going to go ahead and do 2 tires for us. So God always takes care of us. He is really always with us. Remember Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and don't lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. And out of that verse, number 1, we always try to understand why is things happening. Doesn't matter, because with God, logic doesn't really exist. It's God's logic, not human logic. And as far as the second part of the verse, it's not just one path, I realized just now. It's many paths. God will put us in different areas and move us around again. We're constantly changing and growing. We might think that we're stuck in a certain place forever, but that's not true. We will continue to move. He will move us again. So we have many, many paths that he will keep putting us through. And we have to be ready and agree with him to move on those paths, because then we'll be blessed. Well, this letter that Brother Lawrence had written is to his old friend who did get some relief from his pain. And Brother Lawrence now is, getting ready himself. He's very old, and he knows that his time is coming. And he writes, when I was sick, I did not pray for any relief, but I prayed for strength to suffer with courage, humility, and love. Oh, how sweet it is to suffer with God. However great the sufferings may be, receive them with love. 'Tis paradise to suffer and be with God, so that if in this life we would enjoy the peace of paradise, we must get used to a familiar, humble, affectionate conversation with God. We must stop our spirits from wandering away from God. We must make our heart a spiritual temple where we can adore him incessantly. That means without stopping. We must watch continually over ourselves, that we may not do, nor say, nor think anything that may displease God. When our minds are thus employed about God, suffering is consoled. Suffering will become full of unction and consolation. I know that to arrive at this state, the beginning is very difficult, for we must act purely in faith. But though it is difficult, we know also that we can do all things with the grace of God, which he never refuses to them who ask it earnestly. Knock, persevere in knocking, and I answer for it that he will open to you in his due time, and grant you all at once what he has deferred during many years. And that is a big hope to us. One of my friends said it like this: we may have to wait for God for a long, long time. For us, it might be years for the things that we've had on our hearts to do or to want, things that we've wanted for years. But when it's his time, when he's ready to give it to us, it's going to be suddenly. It's going to be quickly. Because with God, when we are ready and he's ready, there's no waiting. So yes, we might have to wait for the things that we have hoped for. We might have to wait for love from human beings. We might have to wait for love. We might have to wait to have children. We might have to wait to be able to do something even for God. But during the waiting, we have to have a good attitude. And we must remember to trust in God and don't use our own understanding. We're only humans. He's God. So I wish you all a wonderful day, morning, evening, and night. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.